Alright, so we already started up the bands here, talking a bit about the teams VEX, Esports and Highrollers. Highrollers were one of these teams that have had a really rough time throughout their competitive local experience. But in this LCM they've actually managed to accumulate 2 wins, partially because of their jungler Big Dreams, that's what we're gonna call him. So Big Dreams, excuse me, doing a lot of good things for Highrollers. He prefers to play the Aatrox, which I see VEX have done their research and have banned out. So let's see how it goes here. Last ban, Milio for Highrollers. VEX Esports have the likes of Pulu, who have been a multi-playcon winner as all that experience is coming in. He wanted to be the coach initially, but he subbed in to become a player on the official roster, and you can see the works of his talents in the games they play. Even games that are seemingly going bad, you can definitely tell there's someone driving the ship and he's keeping them afloat. Let's see here. First pick Ambessa for VEX. A championship he has become most comfortable playing. Keep in mind, Ambessa pick now means Ambessa will not be available for the next 2 games of the series. So let's see what Highrollers are gonna pick here. They need to think about their top lane matchup here. Into the Ambessa you can go something like the Renekton, something like Malphite, something like apparently Zahin. Or is this a Zahin jungle? We know Big Dreams likes to play the Zahin jungle. Of course he would prefer the Aatrox, but this is where we're at now. And let's see. And the Caitlyn pick here by Highrollers coming up next. There it is, locked in. Caitlyn, a very strong lane dominant champion, usually doesn't have too much counterplay. Mages tend to do a bit better into her, but let's see how VEX Esports respond. Now in their heads they might be thinking it's a Zahin in the top lane, or Highrollers might be thinking it's an Ambessa in the jungle. You'll just never know. Let's see, there's Kai'Sa locked in now for VEX. You'd expect an engaged support here, something like the Nautilus or something else. Let's see what Pullo picks up for himself. If not picking support now, they could also go for the Wukong, which they have been prioritizing quite a lot, VEX Esports. They need to be careful. Picking Wukong now means they won't be able to pick him up in the future. I like the Rakan as a secondary engage with the Ambessa, although I think lane-wise, it's not the best. Especially against the Caitlyn, Rakan can get snared on one of the traps or slowed. It could get a bit difficult. Let's see, Emanuele in the chat. Nice to see you supporting Highrollers. Of course, the origin of your team. Let's see how they do. And Highrollers going for the Amumu. Very interesting. I imagine this would be an Amumu support or jungle, I guess. I wouldn't know. I would assume it's in the support role and Zahin is jungle, but we'll see. This is the benefit of these kinds of drafts, right? You just never know what to go for. Let's see, we're hovering the champions here. What to ban? Bracoon is telling us that Karma totally wins the game here. Question is for who? Because I am you mean Karma for Highrollers or Karma for VEX? I think Karma with Highrollers is very strong. Karma Caitlyn. I don't know, Bracoon, I don't know. I think it's Zahin jungle with Amumu support potentially. Let's see here, last bans. We get the Morgana ban here from VEX. So they are not convinced it's actually an Amumu support. They think it's Amumu jungle. Morgana typically used as a sort of counter for Rakan. And there's the Wukong ban from Highrollers. That's gotta hurt. So now VEX, what champion do you go? I think they will go with Vi. I think Ben Hawkins is comfortable playing this champion. Vi into Caitlyn, not bad. Into Zahina Mumu, not the best. But it does fit the thematic of what Vex want here, the hyper engage type style. Let's see here, and LeBlanc last ban here. What will Nikki play is the question as well. We see the Mel band on the first rotation there from Highrollers. Nikki is very adamant playing on the Mel. Now I forgot what she played last time. I forgot if it was the Syndra, but I do recall she had a pretty good game. Let's see there. That's gonna be the Jax locked in, most likely for the top lane. And let's see, Vex, have they realized it's an Amumu support? I wonder. Or are they still thinking it's gonna be an Amumu jungle? Let's see. My predictions are correct. Highrollers just have the mid pick to pick up. We see a Silas picked up here from Vex. Oh, it's Silas jungle from Ben Hawkins. Wow, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I've never seen him pull this champ out. It's a champ that is quite skill heavy to pilot, but of course does really well to snowball a game. And we see it paired with the Orianna middle for Nikki. And let's see Highrollers respond here to the Orianna. What's it gonna be? It will look like the Victor. Very nice here overall. I think both sides drafted a pretty solid comp. Highrollers may be a bit easier to do their comp, but overall nicely done. So let's see, guys. Who do you think won the draft? Yeah, Karma Kate against Kai'Sa, right? Yeah, I agree. Celestial Knight reminding us that Zahan's ult is a 200% AP ratio. So it does pair well with the Amumu passive, giving 10% extra true damage to all magic damage sources. This Amumu is gonna help accelerate the Victor, accelerate the Jax damage. We didn't really talk about matchups, but I guess we'll have to see how it goes in game, guys, as we're gonna swap right now. So, Amumu Caitlyn versus the Kai'Sa Rakan. This should be quite in the favor of Highrollers, as the Amumu, if he lands 1Q, especially early game, I think that could really put this lane into a detriment. And as time goes on, I think Amumu ult is just a bit better than Rakan. But in Pullu we trust, and I'm sure if there's someone who can solve this, it would be him. Alright. Good luck, have fun. We see Vex here starting with the level 1 invade. The classic from Pullu. Highrollers might be aware of it. We see them dropping the red ward there from Waltz. Sheepy recalling just in case they get invaded here.
Minions have spawned.
Despite some damage here, Michia Derun drops the ward on Raptors. So they should know where Ben Hawkins is starting. I expect top lane to be potentially the most volatile lane, with the likes of that Jack Stun and the Zahen here. Big Dream kiting to the top side. Cheeky very experienced on the Jacks. You can see him already getting the initial trade. Top lane. The classic. Just two people beating each other up. Of course, Sheepy needs to be careful with Big Dream pathing topside. To be fair, both sides don't really have the best gank angles here, including Ben Hawkins. His bot lane is rather shoved up here. Oh, nice little sidestep there by Sheepy. Getting a tower shot onto Cheeky is actually a pretty big deal. The bandage toss lands, but no Yordle snap trap triggered, as Waltz aims them just a bit far up. Seems like both junglers just having a nice little chill time. Taking all the farm. Nikki could be potentially in a bit of trouble here, but flashes out right away. Not really gonna risk it. She just used teleport to get into the lane. Oh, we see Shadow here finding a fight onto Waltz. The flash forward from Shadow. Waltz still has his flash. Barrier is used though. It seems like the worthwhile trade here for Vex. I will be allowing the wave to push into them and taking a quick recall. Cheeky Commandeer, relentless on his poking. He's really trying to find these winning trades. But Cheepy, calm, and walks out of it. A big engage here from Pulu and Shadow. They get Waltz's flash, but now Big Dream is here. He's a level 5 Zahen. Ben Hawkins trying to respond. Pulu gets knocked out, the heal used. There's the counterplay as Pulu almost knocking Big Dream up. The flash used by Zahen here gets himself out of danger. We're getting close to some action, guys. Stay tuned. Everyone's flash is sort of burnt up. And we see Dragon being the next objective here. Did I say Dragon? I meant Scuttle Crab. Oh, my apologies. Alright. Vex not feeling confident in their Dragon taking capabilities currently. We see Ben here channeling his recall. We're dead even in gold. 9.6 is to 9.6. CS though, we see a big difference in the top side. With Cheeky Commander coming out on top there. It's gonna be a 16 CS lead. Or approximately 4 waves, which is no small matter. Similarly, Shadow in the bot lane. Oh no, Nikki might have overstepped. There's the first blood onto Amicia. Gets the kill on his Victor. Nikki was able to keep up in the CS, but just a step too far forward. Now Dragon is still in availability, but we see Grubs being the target here. Ben is already on them, while Polo and Sheepy are here, contesting Cheeky Commandeer. Big Dream is there, Cheeky flashes forward. He could find the kill onto Sheepy. Sheepy dashes away. And now caught in a 3-on-2. Ben Hawkins is here, Big Dream is here. There's the Orianna ult used. Oh, Ben Hawkins fails the ult. But it seems like Highrollers are ready to back off. The roam from Nikki here, giving them the extra advantage to take this scrap fight. A nice little play. Lucky player on Amumu, still in the bot side. He's now seen rotating all the way up. It's a big lead in the top side though, 24 CS for Cheeky Commandeer. It's not a small matter at all. Oh, the 3-man onto Sheepy here. Uses the ult to dash away, but not with Lucky Player and Big Dream being there. We see Dragon getting pinged here by VEX. Could they take the opportunity? They really should. We see a steady 1k gold lead here for Highrollers. That Silas is gonna take forever to take that dragon. Luckily Pullo and Shadow are here to help, and it doesn't seem like it will get contested by Highrollers. So both objectives here going into the hands of VEX. One more objective and they will get defeats. But similarly for Highrollers, one more kill and they will secure the feats of warfare. It's been such a calm game so far. Not really too much going on. Let's see here. Sheepy might be in trouble again. Big Dream is around. And his flash is still down. Hulu aligning himself to try and get an engage here onto Amicha. Ben Hawkins is on the side as well. They have the Rakan ult. Can they get the play? Seems like not today, as Amicha just runs away. Happy to take a quick recall. Shadow on his Kai'Sa here. Absolute domination in the CS. 20 CS lead here for his Kai'Sa. More, that's like, what am I talking about, man? It's like 30 CS lead. Similarly though in the top lane, Cheeky Commandeer kind of on a 30 CS lead of his own. Question is who carries harder in this situation, the Jax or Kai'Sa. Another big problem here is the Victor here, Amicha in the mid lane with a 20 CS lead. It gets pretty significant when you count it up in waves. It's more than 3 waves of difference. Big Dream is here trying to get the gank off, but seems like Pullo and Shadow will escape. Not if Lucky Player has anything to say about it. He gets the bandage toss, then the Curse of the Sad Mummy lands on 2. Shadow almost gets the 1 for 2, but the Zahen passive here keeps Big Dream alive. And that's a 2 for none play for Highrollers. Excellently ganked here by Big Dream. They almost got away with it, but the bandage toss into the Curse of the Sad Mummy from Lucky Player just locking down the VEX Esports bot lane. Meanwhile in the top lane here, an attempt onto Cheeky Commandeer gets Sheepy taken out, but Cheeky follows soon after as Ben Hawkins cleans the kill. Play safe top. Yeah. I mean, that's as safe as you're gonna get. Cheeky has him on the next rotation. Down he goes. Sheepy goes down. Cheeky Commandeer having a fun time on the Jax. It's just little to no counterplay Sheepy can do there. Getting slowly whittled down. Question is, can VEX get the next objective here? A nice quick play here from Pullo, Shadow and Ben here, dropping waltz and gets the turret as well. Oh no, Nicky in a bit of trouble there as 4 gather around the mid lane turret. A nice shockwave there gets 2. But little to no follow up there. Herald is further crashed into the mid lane turret, tier 2. Highrollers seem to be more coordinated than ever, as they are playing a lot more together. And there's the dragon secured. Highrollers with that 2k gold lead. Amicha might be in trouble here. Shadow Altsing gets the shutdown. Alright, Shadow and Pullo here making it work for VEX. Plays like that will keep getting them ahead. Big dreams, big dreams, big dreams. Despite a bit of a rocky mid and top lane moments, VEX Esports have always shown resilience, calm, and planning when it comes to the next fights. I'm sure they can find a better fight soon. Highrollers though are definitely playing up to their team name. All their plays are working out. Oh, lucky player. Might get a big Amumu ult here. As Big Dream leads the charge, Ben Hawkins decides to Kingslayer forward and run away. It's a big engage here onto walls as 3 members from VEX are around town. Highrollers were not expecting that one. Now the stairs is being attacked. Lucky player trying his best to clear the wave. He gets the Amumu ult off. Stuns Sheepy. But the shielding out of these two is just too much. The Guardian from Pullu. On top of Ambessa's W. Gets extra shields there. Nikki needs to be careful here as Big Dreams is around town. Oh, but not even need the jungler as Amicha just takes her out with the Victor out. Chaos Storm to the face. Oh wow, Sheepy gets in, he finds Amicia, and now Big Dreams is caught in a 2v3 scenario. Let's see how it goes here. Ben Hawkins gets the ult off. There's the passive from Zayn. As Big Dreams is respawning in. Shadow now joins the fight. And down goes Big Dreams. As mentioned, VEX, not really the team to give up. They keep pushing forward, trying to find the place. Oh, Pullu just barely dodging that bandage toss and he doesn't even know how. But manages to get the ward down on the Atakan. See here. This could be a potential fight. Shadow getting run down by 2 members from Highrollers. Cheeky goes in there, finds 2. A big shockwave. And the Pullu dance there gets 2 members from Highrollers on the counter engage. Well played here to VEX, getting 3 kills for none. The Shadow dashes forward with the solidifying a triple kill. You saw what happened there. Cheeky Commandeer jumped in. And Big Dream followed into a nice Pullu ult. And Nikki lands the shockwave on 3. Highrollers need to be more careful when approaching these fights. they have to expect that these core abilities will help counter and engage. Atakan secured. This is looking a lot like a VEX game, as Atakan does give around 8% more chance to win. Find some damage onto Lucky Player. Is this a good play though? Lucky Player flashes out. Here comes Big Dream. And Shadow and Polo are hitting him. A massive Zahe and alt, but the passive is popped. And here comes a Micha on the side. He gives Ben Hawkins a Chaos Storm of himself. But Ben Hawkins biting off a bit more than he could chew. The Shockwave comes out. Oh no, it's a complete disaster. Shadow dashes in. Waltz finishes him off for his own triple kill. And now Pullo gets run down by Cheeky Commandeer. A bit of a rough fight there, all over the place. The end result though, it's a 1-for-4 play in favor of the Highrollers. And the Dragon on top as well to be secured. A messy fight overall, it looked good, but a bit overforced. We see Highrollers happily pushing in the mid lane. Tier 3. And now it's gonna be Sheepy teleporting in onto that mid lane turret. I wonder where this game goes, guys. We're 20 seconds away from Baron, which tends to be the deciding factor. Emanuele with the support. Go Highrollers, go! Go Highrollers indeed. Sheepy might unintentionally start the Baron fight here. We see Pullo responding as Lucky Player gets engaged on. Ben Hawkins gets the Amumu ult. And this dropped. Here comes Pullo with his own ult. Two are knocked up and Shadow on the side gets in. Sheepy's the first to fall, but now Big Dream on the side. He gets onto Shadow. And down goes Big Dream as well. That's a 3-4 none play for VEX. And VEX just keep finding great fights. And now Baron will be started. There's the Baron. Oh no, Nikki might just lose it. She just got the Baron. Shockwave used there. We need to see how Vex transition this Baron into the upcoming plays. They have a strong Kaisa, strong Silas. But it seems like they're all over the map here as they split up into all 3 lanes. Pullo finds the initial ult here, Amicha gets engaged on, but his flash will save him. You see Vex pressuring his bot side. This dragon will say a lot here. It's just the second dragon for Vex, but they are on it. And Highrollers want to take a fight. Here comes Sheepy, gets the backline, a massive shockwave hits 3. And it's a bit of a chaotic fight. The AoEs go all over the place. So far, it's a 3-4-2. And Vex seem to come out on top here. Getting the last ace here with 3 members still surviving. I don't think they can end on this push, but so far it seems like Vex are coming out super on top in these fights. Nikki getting those massive shockwaves, Pullo getting that nice Rakan ult across the front line. It's nice to see they also took the dragon and that mid lane tier too. It's a big push here from Vex. The question is, can they transition this into a win? Oh, Cheeky might have bitten off a bit more than he could chew. Ben Hawkins and Pullo are here to face the engage. Lucky player now comes to engage and he's on the side. He's getting taken a lot of damage. Now Shadow gets engaged on. This is a very messy fight. Vex find 1, they find 2, but Ben Hawkins falls. There's 3. And now on the side here comes Big Dream. He's against 3 members of Vex and he's taking them out, but Sheepy on the side zoning out walls. And now Big Dream has to decide how can he play this fight. He just cannot. There's 3 members of Vex, and that's a 1-for-4 play in their favor. This pushes up to the 5k gold lead here for Vex. Getting very close to that big time wallet difference that's gonna win them every single fight. Big Dream gets engaged on here, the Death Bush from VEX. Forced to ult out, but now VEX in a bit of a tight spot here. Lucky player could find a big Amumu ult. The Curse of the Sand Mummy finds 3. And on the back line here we see Cheeky Commandeer going in. But on the side there, Shadow and Sheepy take down 2. Cheeky following soon after there. And now Amicha and Big Dream caught in a 2v4. Can they make it out of this one? Big Dream taking a lot of damage, his passive is popped. Ben Hawkins dashes in with the Chaos Storm on the side. He's a Silence and has the damage, and Shadow gets his godlike spree. It's another ace here for VEX Esports. But it seems like this time they actually want to push. Oh no, they decide to take Baron. And to be fair, I think that's the more safe play here. It's just 10 seconds on Waltz and Lucky Player. And another 10 seconds on to Cheeky Commandeer. They would have stalled the end for sure. Whoever gets this dragon will be on the soul point. So it's quite the dragon to deny here. We see Big Dreams playing towards it. But it's already taken as VEX once again. Exceptional objective control. Taking that 3rd dragon of the match. Yeah, I agree, Celestial. Without Red Road, it's not really a high roller game, is it? Oh no, Shadow gets engaged on here. He's a big damage threat for VEX. He ults out, gaining the legendary kill. Big Dream ults in, he flashes forward, trying to find Shadow. But there's the double kill for him. The turret falls. Ben Hawkins with a ton of damage there on the front line. Cheeky Commandeer trying to savor the play as much as he can. Gets the shutdown onto Shadow. But soon after he falls to Nikki here. Ben Hawkins goes on to Amicha. There's a ton of damage CC across the board. VEX Esports find the first win in game 1. As they get the third ace of the match. With only Shadow to fall. Well played, VEX. Highrollers had the early game. But VEX stayed true to their nature, stayed passive. They found the correct winning plays and in the end come out victorious in game 1. Alright, here it is, guys. Aatrox first ban, the Mel should be banned next, exactly. So here we go. We see Camille getting banned as well from VEX. Camille, a strong anti-carry champion, right? Can do a lot to hold Shadow back. See what the next bans are gonna be here. The Shen ban from Highrollers against Sheepy. Let's see. Cheeky Commandeer still has the Ornn, still has the Malphite, still has the Singed. So these are champs I'm expecting Cheeky to roll out. The Dr. Mundo as well. Let's see. Meanwhile, Sheepy, not too sure what he will pick here. When Shen and Ambessa are used already. If Highrollers don't pick the Wukong here, oh, that's a nice ban here. So I expect VEX to go Wukong first pick probably. Or maybe pick up Dr. Mundo themselves. Pretty sure High Rollers hesitated the Mundo pick because they know Cheeky Commandeer likes to play the Mundo himself. And they would be happy to take it up. Let's see, Vex are thinking about it. There's the Wukong as I expected. There's the first pick Wukong. And now High Rollers jungler here, if he can. He should be looking to play something along the AP line. Something that can disengage. If he could. Something like the Brand, like the Zyra. Or well, anything he wants really. He can play Xin Zhao as well, I think is pretty good into the Wukong. Trundle as well does a good showcase against Wukong. There's a Smolder pickup from High Rollers. A sort of lane neutral champion, not really meant to win lane, but meant to give you a solid mid to late game. Let's see what's next in line here. High Rollers should be thinking about that jungle pick. They don't need to blind anything. They could also go for the Nocturne as well. Malphite jungle. I mean, there's a lot of options they could go for. They go for Pantheon. Fair enough. I think Pantheon is also a pretty good choice against the engage heavy melee champions here, the AD champs. Let's see what's next for Vex. They should be able to pick up an AD carry. I imagine something like the Jinx is gonna get picked up here, although Smolder does pretty well into the Jinx. I'm not too sure what else they play here, Vex. Oh, they play Braum Ash. Yes, how can I forget? Braum Ash with the Wukong. Let's see if it's the case, or if it's still like a Lulu or a Renata angle. And then Chanter with Wukong goes a long way, of course. So it is a bit tricky to decide. Oh, there's the Mundo pick. Nice try there. So they still keep the support under wraps. Mundo picked up here. Just make sure it doesn't get banned on the next set. Sheepy having a bit of a hard time to find a champ to pilot. Let's hope it doesn't go into game 3 for their sake. And let's see here what we get out of the top lane against this Mundo. Oh, could we get the Graga stop, please? Apparently so. If you're buying, he's in. Oh, did you know that, guys? Alright, let's see what the next bans are gonna be. I imagine Braum could get banned. Braum doing pretty well into Pantheon, Smolder, even Gragas to some extent. Renata being a good ban too. I think Renata's pretty good for VEX Esports. Shyvana ban, wow. Why would you ban Shyvana? Good. I like that they're banning supports because you really don't need to ban Shyvana. Wukong is there. That's what Ben is gonna play. Let's see. Next bans here for Vex. What do you ban with a Smolder? Karma could be a good ban. You might not want Karma on this team. They banned Yasuo for the mid lane. Yasuo Gragas, of course, being a very strong combination. Let's see what this last ban is going to be. I anticipate another support here, as mentioned, probably going to be that Renata, going to be the... Oh, never mind. It's going to be Lissandra. And now Nikki might be in a bit of a pickle as to what to play here. There's 3 of her champs banned, Lissandra, Syndra and Mel. And she just played Oriana as well. Time to bust out the Fiddlesticks mid. And there's the last ban from Vex, a Rise being banned out. For Amicha. Let's see here what does get picked up. We could potentially get the Gragas mid lane out of High Rollers. Amicha does like to play the so did I say, I mean Gangplank. Gangplank mid lane might come out in this game. Let's see. Nautilus picked up for High Rollers. Nautilus Smolder. Not the best combination. but it's a combination nonetheless. Of course, it does help the Pantheon land his stuff. I like the Brom pickup here from Vex. If Nautilus ever overengages, Brom Ash will run him down, and Smolder can do nothing about it. Lux picked up here for Nikki. Nice little pickup by Lux. Let's see here, Highrollers thinking about their last pick into the Lux mid lane. Lux being a very lane neutral champion does really well to disengage. And there's the Tristana pickup, and now the Nautilus pick is making a lot more sense. It could be a Smolder mid and a Tristana ADC, so let's see how it goes. In the meantime, guys, what do you think one draft? Is it Vex? Or is it the Highrollers? Let's talk a bit about the matchups here. Keep in mind, guys, if Highrollers lose this game, that's it. They're out of the tournament. And Vex move on to their semi-finals matches. Let's see here. So, Wukong against the Pantheon jungle should be relatively Pantheon favored, especially earlier in the match. And later on, of course, Pantheon having the very long range ults. Bot lane though, Brom Ash against the Nautilus. If it's Tristana, it's one story. But if it's Nautilus Smolder, it's another. Yeah, I can't really tell who's going where, but if it's Nautilus Tristana, I think they stand a fair chance. Especially if they land the hook on the Brom or on Ash and Brom doesn't have E. Tristana just level 2 does so much damage. But if it's Nautilus Smolder, it should be extremely Ash Brom favored, regardless of whoever engages. In the mid lane though, Lux against potentially Smolder or Tristana, I think is the same result. Tristana being a bit more of the dangerous pick. Yeah, and it does seem like it might be the Tristana in the mid lane. Let's see, guys, let's go into the game. So maybe now I can make a bit of a better prediction. Vex Esports bot lane. Ash Brom should win against the Nautilus Smolder. Pantheon jungle, of course, can keep them afloat, so if Ben Hawkins doesn't react accordingly, despite having limited tools on the Wukong, we could see Big Dreams getting his Smolder quite ahead. In the meantime though, in the mid lane, with the Tristana against Lux, of course earlier levels are very Tristana favored, there's little Lux can do. Yep, let's see how it goes, guys. Once again we see the VEX Esports level 1 strat. And the double wards used here from Highrollers. Just to be extra certain if they're getting invaded or not. Oh, it's a very late recall for Sheepy here. Will it be stopped by lucky player is the question. I swear, if I was in this game and I was Nautilus, I would have walked up and just ignited Sheepy. They're not really gonna use Ignite all that well bot lane anyways. And delaying that recall for Mundo would have been a pretty big deal. Seems like majority actually voted Highrollers winning this draft. A very nice way to see there. We see both junglers though trading the objectives. Question is, do we get a quick level 2 gank here from Ben Hawkins? Cheeky once again coming out on top in these earlier trades. He gets the level 2 advantage and finds a nice chunk onto Sheepy. If it's the same as the last match we had, we should be in for a bit of a quiet early game before things kick up around the second dragon. Both sides not wanting to make a mistake. Highrollers, of course, can mean that one mistake leads into a loss. While in the meanwhile here for VEX, one win means they move on to the semi-finals. Wamicha here finds a lot of damage onto Nikki, forcing Nikki to flash. And here comes Ben Hawkins. So the counter engage here from the Monkey King, coming out to save his mid laner from any trouble. He's of course a bit behind here, dropping one camp to help his mid. Oh, Ben finds a lot of damage onto Amicha, but the cannon jump. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up then. The rocket jump. The rocket jump saves him once again. Sheepy though this time around is actually up in CS, despite losing the trades overall. Once again, Shadow is ahead here. 12 CS lead for him. And that's 2 whole waves he's up. Mid lane we're fairly equal, but in the jungle role, of course, we saw Big Dreams getting 2 camps, the 2 scuttles, as Ben Hawkins was helping out his mid lane. You see Pulu and Shadow here trying to find an initial trade onto Lucky Player and Waltz. They're forced off, of course, with the appearance of Big Dream here on the side. And Hawkins, always happy to lend a helping hand to his team. He's thinking about doing the dragon, although he's not in the best positions for it. Big Dream is aware of this, and we see Highrollers trying to respond. Anicha comes here to get the play off. Pulu gets taken low, he flashes out and heals. It's just enough to get him out of that fight. We see Waltz here perhaps overstepping a bit. And now Vex on the counter engage. Oh, what a beautiful ult there by Nikki. Excellent positioning by Vex. So far a 1-for-1 here as Shadow goes down, but so does Big Dream. Amicha flashes out. Oh, Vex. Their team fights are looking so good, so well coordinated. Just goes to show a couple of neat tricks into how you approach fights. You saw Nikki there taking a full way around the dragon pit to come down from the bottom tri-brush and unite with her team. Just so that she can drop her damage out. Nikki is still finding trouble against Amici on this Tristana. It's not been a great time. Gets the cannon. Although her CSing skills are all there. Next objective here will be these void grubs. We see Ben Hawkins rotating towards him. He's level 6 on the Wukong. We see Pullo is here as well. But so is Cheeky Commandeer there on the side. So we can see both sides kind of positioning for it. Ben Hawkins looks to be the point of engage. As we see Amicia rotating down too. And Lucky Player is on the way as well. Let's see here. The battle for the Scuttle Crab goes into Vex's favor. And Highrollers just disengaged. They're like, you know what? Nah. We don't want the grubs. They send Lucky Player back down bot lane. And Big Dream goes back to farming. Nice little engage onto Sheepy. Sheepy of course flashes out, keeping himself alive. Amicia keeps getting these engages onto Nikki. Nice little sidestep on the light binding. As Nikki's Q goes wide. Oh, a bit of a miscalculation there from Amicia. Thinks he'll get the kill, but he's just a couple of hits away. Ben Hawkins sitting on an absolute goldmine at the moment. He for sure has a full Trinity Force in base. A nice quick pick there by Shadow. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands. Pullo is here, and so is Ben Hawkins. The CC chain just a bit too much for Waltz to handle. Yep, Sacred. Wolves didn't pay the cleanse tax, and that's why he went down there. Let's see, next dragon getting started here by VEX. They are fully on it. Big D once again around town, looking to maybe engage this fight. So he finds Pullo. Dragon falling low. And Ben gets the smite of as Pullo drops the ult. Oh, it's a big fight here for Highrollers as Amicha roams down. There's 2 shutdowns landed. Although the dragon does go into VEX Esports hands. Cheeky Commandeer gets a face load of Monkey, drops the Gragas out, Ben Hawkins forced to ult. Nicky's light binding go wide. Now Ben Hawkins falls to Big Dream. The Broma comes out, but the Glacial Fissure not enough to deter Highrollers. Amicha trying to find more damage onto Pullo, the shield comes out. It seems like a wasted effort here from VEX. They are really trying to play for this Herald. Sheepy goes extremely deep for it. I'm not too sure as to the idea behind it. Pullo also gets baited in, and it's gonna be a complete wipe there. 3 kills and the Herald for the Highrollers. What was Sheepy thinking? Oh no, and now Ben trying to secure his topside camp. He will not be allowed. Amicha finding Nikki, absolutely crushing her. The Infinity Edge and Collector just being a bit too much for the 17th minute. Similarly here, Waltz finds himself in a bit of a dangerous spot, forces the Smolder out. It does manage to save him on a sliver. And now we see Ben Hawkins rotating towards this bot side. Lucky Player is the last man standing. And they focus the tower first. They don't want Lucky Player to get away. There's the stun. Can they block the hook? Oh, the Bromal there from Pullo lands. Gets the knock up just in time and lucky player falls. So there you go, Vex on soul point. The Atakan, of course, spawning in the next minute will be a major objective both sides would like to play to. Keeping in mind here, Vex are up one game. Another win takes them to the semi-finals. And Highrollers need a win to stay alive in this tournament. Amicia doing God's work here, trying his best on his Tristana to keep the game alive. Cheeky gets the crash with the Herald. And we see Vex actually full on starting the Atakan. This might be a really big throw, guys. Shadow is nowhere close and Highrollers are already coming in onto it. It's 3 members of Vex, 4 from Highrollers. And the Ashe is nowhere to be seen. There is the teleport as well from Cheeky. Ben goes in, but their defensive stats are all knocked down from the Atakan. Cheeky gets the first kill. There's the Smolder ult. The Atakan pelleting them away. Sheepy now comes in with his own teleport. Shadow falling low. The barrier used. Nikki drops a big ult. Cheeky goes down, but Amicia on the side with his rocket jump gets the reset onto Shadow. So far, it's a 2 for 2. 3 members on either side still alive. It does not look like either team could go for the Atakan at this moment. So everyone's using all their resources here. A bit of a messy fight here overall. 3 for 3. Oh, make that a 4 for 3 as Nikki gets the solo play. Well done, Nikki. Oi, oi, oi. Sheepy's on the backside here as Highrollers pile on into him. We see walls falling low. There's the enchanted crystal arrow. It does land. Vex almost finishing off the Atakan there. It falls low. Ben gets the smite off. And now Vex wants to run away from this one. Sheepy's already taken down. Cheeky falling low. There's the Braum out from Pullo. Amicia jumping in with the rocket jump. Pullo gets the door up. Cheeky finds a play from the backside. And it's a wombo combo of abilities coming out of Highrollers. A complete ace and triple kill for the Highrollers and Amicia. The Atakan, of course, going into Vex's pocket, so it's not the end of the world for them. But overall, of course, this fight did swing the gold into favor of Highrollers. They are now up 5k gold. And it seems like this Tristana is just gonna get stronger. 12k gold in a lobby where the second highest is 8k. Amicia is being a lobby admin this time round. 10, 1, and 5 on this Tristana. That's a big shutdown for whoever can get him. Cheeky taking a lot of poke. Nicky gets knocked away. Uses the Zonias. And Ben Hawkins finds Amicia on the side. Oh, the damage from Amicia is just too much. Takes down Ben Hawkins. And now Big Dream in a bit of trouble. He goes down too. Cheeky now. He's left alone. And Sheepy finds one. That's a shutdown onto Sheepy. Getting Amicia's big shutdown. Oh no, VEX are scaling, guys. That's a 2-4-4 at the moment. And the dragon on top. That will be their Hextech soul. VEX playing this game beautifully. Being down in gold, but getting all the right plays. Next Baron fight, of course. It's a big defining moment for the game. Cheeky leading the pack. Nicky on the side though gets caught with the body slam. Flashes out. Cannot get the damage. And now Ben Hawkins is in danger here. The Wukong falls. That's a double kill for Amicia. And this could be the Baron for Highrollers, but on the side, guys, Sheepy has been pushing on the Mundo. He's down to the tier 3 turret. And so is Shadow there, pelleting away on the mid lane tier 2. Pullo doing well to stop the backs. Pullo's asking for his team to take the inhibitor. And that's the Baron taken, Pullo falling. Sheepy was a bit uncertain there what he should do. And he's going back in and out and in and out. He's not really sure if he should have taken this inhib or not. Elder Dragon being a major objective here. It will be spawning in the next 4 minutes. A 30-minute Elder Dragon. With the current Baron buff here, Highrollers have what it takes to win a single fight and finish the game. And they definitely need that to happen if they want to continue in the LCM. Amicia gets caught out. There's the Luxalt forced to flash. Sheepy with the Titanic Hydra gets the kill on the side. And now Cheeky Commandeer falling low. Ben Hawkins going in onto Cheeky. We see Big Dream going in onto Shadow and taking the kill. We have a bit of a split fight here, but the end result here seems to be a 1-4-4. Sorry, a 1-4-3 for VEX. And now Big Dream is running away. There's a smolder. Ben Hawkins first to fall in this fight. VEX Esports got the tower, but do they have what it takes? Sheepy gets knocked up. There's the Lux out from Nikki. And Amicha now on the side. Gets one. Gets the reset on the rocket jump. And there's two. So that's a 4 for none. As VEX, as Highrollers get the picks after losing their tier 3 turret. The Elder Dragon will be up soon, guys. If Highrollers don't find the winning play on this one and get caught out, this could be the end of their game, as VEX can take the Elder Dragon. VEX need to play this carefully. They cannot risk going in and falling. They will lose the game straight after. And it seems like Highrollers are playing into that Elder Dragon. It will be up in the next 30 seconds. VEX need to make a play here. They need to keep going into their jungle, trying to get the wards off. They need to get vision down for this Elder. Despite anyone's lead here, Elder Dragon is the biggest deterrent in a match. It will swing a match into your favor. Let's see, VEX are hunting here, trying to find people who are not recalled yet. They're walking as 5 here, Pullo leading the charge. A death bush here from VEX. Oh no, Cheeky steps forward a bit too much. Is that it? Cheeky falls down. And the damage is going out here. Amicha jumps in, gets one. And now Lucky Player is the next focus. Big Dreams on the side here. He's falling low. We see Sheep in the top side here contesting Amicha, and does drop him. Nobody can take down this Mundo. And that's an ace from VEX. Question is, can they push to end? They need to get that minion wave up. Otherwise they stand no chance here. 20 seconds onto Cheeky. Big Dream has 30 seconds himself. They have to go for the Elder here. It seems like the play. Taking it nice and slow here. No real reason to risk it. See Cheeky and Lucky Player potentially making a desperation play here. Running towards the Elder. But it's gonna get taken. As VEX Esports get the Elder Dragon. Seems like Amicha has decided that's it. Gonna start pushing now. We see the Nautilus ult dropping here. Nikki uses the Zonias. VEX Esports are on the Baron. But will they give up a bit more than they need to? Nicky already falling. A bit of a desperate play here from Highrollers. They are the Highrollers after all, but Cheeky falling here. The Elder Dragon is still on top of everything. So far a 1-for-1 play here, but the Baron is going into Vex's favor. There is one lucky player, two. We see Big Dream going in. Polo puts up the shield. There is three on the side for Sheepy. That's four. And now it's Cheeky against the world. And Vex looking strong to end this match. Their second victory and the first best of three winners in this series. And that's it. That's the end of this match, guys. Vex Esports are going to the semi-finals. Oh my gosh, guys. What a series here. Vex Esports dominance. 2 games in a row where Highrollers looked really strong. But the overall team play and decision making of Vex just unmatched by Highrollers this time around. Hopefully they can get a better draw next time. Better luck next time, Highrollers. Well done for the matches. But overall, of course, Vex just coming out on top. And now the question is, who's the MVP? Because that's the big question, right? So we have Sheepy, we have Ben Hawkins, Nicky, and of course Shadow and Pullo. So let's see, guys. Based on your votes, we'll get someone into the interview. So let's see, who are we sending, guys? Ben with 2 votes, Pullo with 2 votes himself. I think Pullo does deserve it. Nicky did a good job overall despite having a bit of a lane trouble. Shadow, excellent job overall. Sheepy doing his best, especially game 2 being a bit better there. Ben MVP. His teammates are really advocating for it. He played a pretty good 2 games there. So let's see. It's neck and neck at the moment. Shadow getting a vote himself. And now it's splitting. Sheepy gets a vote too. Oi, oi, oi. The moment one of these speak over the others, we're just gonna go for it. I mean, if they're saying Ben is the MVP, we should probably get him, right? So let's do it. Hello, Ben.
Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you for joining the interview. How are you feeling after such 2 games?
Oh, very good. I mean, the first game was amazing. As you said in the beginning in the stream, you haven't seen me on Silas, and I haven't played him much, but it was so fun to play him there.
Yep,
Yeah.
you did a really good job. I think pretty much there was no point where you were actually behind in the game. Yeah, so I mean, a well-deserved overall MVP. It's from my perspective, both games were like a bit not favoring you guys in the early game, and
Mm.
I imagine. Well, you can tell us, but like, how are the comms when things like that happen?
Well, usually, Polo often just says, "Chill, guys, it's fine. We got this," and so on. So, yeah, that usually helps. We just continue playing and trying our best and looking for an opportunity to, yeah, get a good team fight. And we got that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say more than sometimes. I think your team fights were the leading reasons why you won these two games. Maybe the lanes were a bit rough, but coming out of them, you guys did a stellar job fighting together, playing together. Even the teamwork was
Mm.
all there. Yeah, ready for semifinals? How are you feeling for that?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
We'll need to see who's gonna
Yes.
come up against you guys. As, to be honest, I'm a bit lost myself, so I need to plot that. But
All right.
from the options you have, let's see. Maybe we can try to guess it a bit here. Uh, so it's gonna be either like Asmos Ministry or Iron Maiden Danny
Okay.
Starlings.
They still have to play each other.
Yes, yes, exactly.
All
So
right.
we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. Well,
Yeah.
uh,
Looking forward to it.
I'm very happy to see you in the interview today, Ben. Well done on your matches.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Thank
keep
you
you
so
too long
much.
because you're probably feeling a bit tired. But yeah, good luck for the next round and well played,
Yes.
VEX Esports.
Thank you so much. We
Welcome.
have a great team.
It shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
Bye.
Bye. Good night. Good night.